Hi, folks. Welcome to Midnight Farmhouse. And thanks. Oh, dear. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, if you're joining us for joining us for the replay, thanks for so much for joining me on this live. Hi, Joyce. Welcome from Florida. Yes, we're having a great weather here in Pennsylvania. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. I would appreciate it. And hit the thumbs up as you're coming in, especially if you're on a mobile device. Hi, Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farms and Granny Pepper. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks, Lisa. You can hear me. It's so weird when I'm looking at the screen and talking to myself. So we'll just let people come in, get people situated. And there's Renee. Yes, Renee, you're on your phone, so make sure you hit that thumbs up. All right. We'll just do wait for everybody to come in. I'm glad I'm loud and clear and no feedback after I hit the pause button on the internet, the YouTube side. I'm so glad you all can join me tonight. Take time of your day. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Lynn. I'm so glad you're here. I know my family and friends will be here. Hi, Jeannie. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Josh. You're not even late. That's awesome. And as you come in, you can let me know which state or maybe which country you're viewing us from. I would love to know. And the weather here is about a cool 70 degrees today and a cloud in the sky. Yesterday was a different story. I think it tried to rain a couple times. We got Jeannie from California. And Yogi's from South Dakota. Oh, and we got Daz from Australia. Good day, mate. I'm so honored that you could join us today. We got Old Nance, New Hampshire. I guess that's what NH is. And we got Cindy here from North Idaho. And we got Lynn from North Carolina, coastal. I bet you get the beach a lot. Josh, I don't know where you live. I'm sure you're Southern from your accent. And we got Johns Creek, Georgia. And Donna's from Virginia. We got Nancy from Washington State. And Dolores is from West Kentucky. So we got a lot of states represented here and countries. We got Australia in the house. Josh, I thought you were Southern. I guess Indiana is not Southern. And we got Illinois. Hi, Vicky. So glad you can make it here. Yes, you want to make sure you hit the thumbs up. And we got Mr. Boots and Bounty from the ball field. And we got Guinea from Ohio, which is a neighbor to Pennsylvania. That's why you sound Southern. You're from Virginia. That's good to know. All right. Let's see. Well, let me see here. So let's bring up. Oh, yeah. I wanted to make a few announcements now that we got people in here. I would like to announce that I'm now an Amazon affiliate, which means if you click on the links in my description boxes or on my About page, I might receive a small commission to help my channel to grow or stay afloat. and that's pretty exciting. Just to have a little bit of income. And then I'm working on becoming a Bosch affiliate for the mixer that I use in my videos. So that'll be pretty exciting that you guys will be able to purchase one right from me and all that. We got Joyce here in Texas. It's 93. Oh, do you know it's snowing in some parts of the country? That just blows me away. All right. Hi, Dawn. So nice of you to join us today. And I had a bake sale last week. I think I sold 17 pans of sticky buns, 53 whoopie pies. Then there's the mod father. Hi. Hey, Jesse. I didn't even realize Daz wasn't a mod. What was I thinking? But anyway. And I sold 7 loaves of bread, 3 pans of buns, like rolls. And I feel like I'm missing something. I think 17 pans of sticky buns was pretty successful. That just blew my mind how much I sold with just a spur of the moment yard sale. So I hope you all are doing well tonight. Hi, Denise. So nice to have you here tonight. Yeah, whoopie pies. And they were the best I ever made because I upgraded to real Crisco. Who knew that real ingredients make all the difference? Like, I almost thought my whoopie pies were from Amish country and not made by me. No. So check for those videos coming soon because I love making not Amish. Why do I want to say Amish? Oatmeal pies, like Little Debbie's oatmeal pies, whoopie pies. They're so good. And I'm going to do chocolate with traditional filling and then chocolate peanut butter. I also do chocolate with raspberry filling. My husband loves those. Hey, Billy Lee. Nice to see ya. So let me go back to my notes here. All right. So we're going to bring in our guest. I'd like to introduce you to Tony from Kettle Kitchen. Hello.
Hi. How are you
Hi.
doing?
We're doing dandy. We got Sonia in the house. Wow, we got Jamaica now. We're going international. How you doing? So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
We're living a
You,
dream.
you need to make some, you need to make some more desserts, it sounds like.
Oh yeah. Definitely tomorrow we're making almond biscotti for the channel.
Good. I'll be over to get some.
Good luck. You'll be gone before you get here. Hi Deanna, how are you? I hope I'm saying that right. And Kenny, 93
Well,
degrees
it's
there in
warm down
Georgia.
south, it looks like.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'm glad I'm in Pennsylvania because I don't like heat. But then again, I don't like humidity. So
yeah.
that's what gets me.
Yeah.
I thought anyway. All right. Yeah, Renee loves biscotti.
That's good stuff.
My eyes are tricking me because I thought my sleeve was a cat, but I look over at my cats and they're laying over there.
I was like, did you think somebody was standing behind you?
I exactly. I'm like, huh? What? Nope. All right. I need to focus. All right. So
Just so everybody knows, I'm kind of watching chat, so I'm catching bits and pieces of it. If I don't respond, don't take it personally. It's hard to watch two screens. So
it is.
for me,
No, people don't know what it's like to be on this side of the screen. All right.
hmm
So Tony has a YouTube channel that's brand new to YouTube and he's up and coming, and he's hosting his first collaboration, but more on that later.
Yep.
So, Tony, why did you start a YouTube channel?
So I really, what it come down to originally when I started watching YouTube, it was to get recipes and just widen my variety of the things I could cook. And as time went on, I had a lot of family members and friends that were like, how do you cook this? How do you cook that? And I got tired of writing the recipes down. I mean, that's really where it was at. And I said, there's got to be some way to memorialize this whole process because I want my kids to know what my wife's family's recipes as well as my family's recipes were. And so slowly I moved into the thought process of, well, let me do a YouTube channel and then I'll be able to put those things on and they'll be on record. And as that progressed, I found myself really moving towards, well, one person likes it, three people like it, seven people like it. What if there is something here? And as I got that part of it going, I was up to 35 subscribers. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away. That was shocking to me. Then about that time, I think is when I met you and went through my process of trying to build my channel out. And I had met Stephen and Casey and a few others along the way, Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farm, excuse me. And it just expanded over time and it just kept going and kept going to where I don't care what anybody says. This is a full-time job to keep this going, but I love doing it. And I'm still getting the end result of what I started, which these recipes will be memorialized. So it benefited me as well as gets people the information too. So
And and I think YouTube is a great vehicle to save your recipes on, because
it is.
if it's that good, people are gonna want your recipe, because we not all cook the same way. And
No, and sorry, and you're right there because I'm finding that out. I'm putting recipes out in all honesty because one of my things is try to make it as easy as possible. But then I have people say, well, I use canned this or I do it from, raw materials. And it's like all my recipes pretty much can be done from any mode you can do it. It's however you find it easiest to make it.
or how to cook it. Like the same
Right.
recipe could be put in a instant pot versus a slow cooker, or even
Hmm.
just quick into the oven.
Right.
And I want to say hi to the pineapple. She just came into the chat. I
Hi,
hope she's doing
pineapple.
well. So, yeah, Tony happened to be in Sutton State's chat one day and said, "Can anybody help me start a YouTube channel or give me some advice?" So that's how Tony, I just reached out to him and said, "What do you need to know?" And that's where we took off.
Yep.
So,
It took us a while to get there, but we did.
yeah, because I happened to be sick for a while. Knock on wood. So, what's your
Yeah.
vision for your channel?
So really my channel that really seems for a lot of people that seems like that's an easy question, but it's not an easy question. And I've really toyed with where my end result is in this. And for me specifically in my situation, it's not about monetization. That's not my goal I'm after. I honestly am after still memorializing the recipes that I can for anybody that could use them, whether that's my friends, my family, or other people that want to come watch it. But in the end, I'm finding myself becoming more and more interested in trying to bond this wide community we have out of the little parts of communities we go with. And what I mean by that is like in the canning community, you can have those that are pressure canners, those that are water bath canners, those that are steam canners. That's one community. Then you have the gardening community, which can break down into its own. You've got the farming community that breaks down to its own. And
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, all those things are part of the homesteading community because we're all trying to create things that better our lives individually as well as collectively. And I'm really coming to a point where I'm having a more clear understanding that we're all crossing over in different genres and able to help each other out. Hold on, I gotta Sorry, I'm sitting outside and I had a loud truck go by. I'm getting to a point where I'm finding that we're overlapping each other and we really could help each other out with different aspects if we're willing to sit down and just listen to each other. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where I want this channel to come back to is here's how I do it. Here's how you do it. What can I offer you to help you out with? And hey, A, B, and C, I need help with this, that, and the other. Can you help me with it? That's the thing that I personally, in my short amount of time, have benefited from in all these friends I have made that I feel are a part of my community.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I struggled with even starting a YouTube channel, because I just thought what I do is so simple. Like
Mm-hmm.
my daily chores of cooking and stuff are just basic things, and now I'm being blown away with all the people that are coming to my channel and saying, "I love
Yep.
what you're doing."
Yep. I
And I
agree.
have to say hi
I,
to Mouse Toes. She just got into the chat. You know, I have to show my love
hey,
to
how
Mouse
are
Toes.
you?
And we got Deborah coming
I find
in.
I find myself really getting to a point where when I went through my process or have I'm still going through my process, I shouldn't say it that way, but I'm finding myself, and I think each of us respectfully in our own genres do this. We think it's normal or it's easy. So for me, cooking, canning, things like that, I find that second nature now. It's not a struggle for me to do that. But what I am struggling in is gardening. It's something I want to do. It's something I know I need to do. I'm just struggling within my zone and our weather pattern up here, when I can do it, when I can't do it, what works best. And going back to what my first or my last response to you was, that's where I'm really trying to reach out so that when I'm needing the help to do those things, I've got a resource I can go to that's willing to help me. And we've
Mhm.
made a connection or a friendship. So,
Speaking of gardeners, we got Black's Tropical Homestead coming into the chat. And then we got my friend Sharon
woohoo!
coming in, who just visited me today.
I,
Yeah, and with gardening, you just can't focus on just one gardening channel. You have to worry about who's gardening in your zone and your climate.
right.
Like there's
Yeah,
only
and the other
one.
thing that goes with that too is like with you and I, we both cook, okay? But you have a different style of cooking. I have a different style of cooking, but I find that we cook the same things. So there's nothing wrong with a viewer or subscriber coming to my channel and to your channel to try to perfect what they do in their own kitchen.
Mhm.
I find that that's probably the way it is with gardening or farming or whatever we're talking about. And I think that's how we benefit each other is by doing that way.
And I keep telling myself I need to show my simple cooking because it's probably easier than what people are trying to do at home. Like for my canning, I
Hmm.
probably have 5 recipes in the back of my head if I don't have anything thought out. Like tonight, I don't have anything thought out. So I'm thinking I'm gonna actually try to make up a new recipe. Because remember my video from 5 things that I would can again and 5 things I'll never can again?
Yes.
Remember that
Yep.
video and how I said,
Hmm.
well, I think I can take this sloppy Joe starter and make kitchen cat or chicken cacciatore, because the
Right.
sauce is basically a tomato sauce with peppers and onions. So I'm going to take my canned chicken and throw that together and heat it up and serve that over egg noodles.
Yep.
So we'll we'll
And see,
we'll
that's
find
part
out.
of, I think that, sorry, I think that's part of what we need to figure out is how we're all able to do that. Again, I when I put out my slow cooker series, a lot of that was very simple stuff, and it's stuff you can cook on the stove. You can cook it anywhere. Is really what I'm getting to. But I showed the quick, easy way to do it. I used store canned things, which you can trade out with home canned things, or you can prep, say, beans or whatever it may be. I cut the vegetables ahead of time, or I use canned ones. My point I'm trying to get to is I'm trying to show the easy way to do it from what is perceived as long drawn out cooking processes, because I
Mhm.
am one of the things a lot of people don't know about me. I'm a disabled person. I love being in the kitchen, but I can't stand there for 6 hours just doing something. So I've adapted a lot of the recipes I've used or I do use so that they're easier for me to do. That's not to say you can't do it a different way, but it gives people an idea of a recipe to follow. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what that's for me, that's what my channel's trying to do.
And we want to say a quick hello to Chuck from Life with Belinda and Chuck. I'm so glad to see you, my friend. And
Are we sure it's Chuck or is it Belinda?
I don't know. Should we wait for a response? Me
You'll know
Family
right away,
Farm.
I'm sure.
Me Family Farm. She loves that. I've had the same as a fellow person with disabilities. Yeah, we all have our
Mhm.
capabilities and disabilities. Like, I can't talk straight without stuttering, and people don't seem to understand that yet. I have a disability, I have
Right.
a speech impediment. So, if you
Yeah.
guys ever think you can't understand me, it's because I just can't get the words out straight. I just can't. So, I know the people that are
But
in
see,
here tonight.
that's where I think sorry, I think that's where we have to be able and be willing to talk to each other because honestly, I wouldn't have known that had I never talked to you. I now know that when you're just in a normal situation, there are times where you do have that issue and there are times when you don't, but it's dependent on the situation you're presented with.
So, thank you. I just don't know why. I just can't talk straight some days.
Sorry, I have a dog barking in the background that won't stop.
It's all right. We're used to it around here. Well, thanks, Food by Faith. Thanks, thanks to all the gardeners in the chat telling me I talk just fine.
You do. But it comes back to, you have a tendency, and I do it in my own way. I'll be honest with everybody. Starting out the YouTube channel, I was petrified to put myself in front of a camera. I normally cannot stand to sit in front of a camera. But what was even worse for me was the first time I heard my voice in the microphone coming through the speaker on the computer. I was like, whoa, this isn't going to happen. I'm not going to be able to do this. And then my wife and my mom both said to me, "You sound no different on there than you do in real life. Nothing's different." And it clicked to me. It's all up here. It's something I had to get over and get through to realize it's not that big of a deal, really.
And who encouraged you to get in front of the camera?
Hmm. I'm, I can't remember right now. I don't recall where that happened at.
Huh.
Yes, you did it.
I said to Tony, I'm like, if you can't get in front of that camera and show how to cook a macaroni salad, why am I even bothering watching your channel?
But in the end of it, I really have to give validity to what you say because those types of comments are the things that pushed me over that top. And it's something you and I struggle with in conversation all the time. I still want to go back to doing music over my videos because that's a comfort place. And I'm trying to find that niche of who likes the music over and who likes the talk through. That's a hard thing to figure out. But I know that you and I have that conversation of you thinking that it's still me not wanting to, and there is a little bit there, but I'm slowly moving into where it doesn't bug me one way or the other anymore.
Well, we have Marina from Alabama. I'm so glad you found us. And welcome to the channel. I'm so glad to have you here. And yeah, I should thank all my new subscribers. My channel has doubled in the last, 3 months, which is unreal. So Apron Acres.
I'm sitting here today at 2:14 and I am shocked. I am just blown away. I am.
So Apron Acres says she hates music and can't hear the words because she can't hear the
Hmm.
words. So,
I get it.
and that's why I've decided to just not add music to my videos, just because People are there to learn, and why should, I put music in there? Sweet
Right.
King's Gardening, you're not late. You're just
Uh,
here right on time for when you can be here. That sounds
mm,
familiar, doesn't it?
nope. I've heard that somewhere before.
But yeah, God has you here for a reason, and I'm thankful for that you can come and do your chores while you're listening to us. So, you want to tell me about your slogan for your channel?
Yes. Give me a second. So when I actually didn't really look at it in a direction of I wanted a slogan per se, but the more time went on, I really thought about what is it that I'm trying to put out there and what is happening in the world at that point in time, and how do we get past those things, and there are even obstacles we're dealing with right now. But the slogan I came up with was be smart, think ahead, meal prep with ease, and preserve. Those are the four things that really circle around what I want and what I'm trying to do. Be smart. You always got to think about, is this safe? Is this going to be something that's going to last me a while? Am I wasting my time in doing it, or is it something I'm putting out there or putting up that I can use down the road in a year, 18 months, whatever that time frame may be? Think ahead is, I always got to be looking at what things are coming down the pike, or I feel that I can perceive are coming down the pike that I need to prepare for. Are we running short in this? Then I need to make sure I'm canning that, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it applies to. The other thing is, and I've already hit on this a little bit, and that's meal prep with these. I'm trying to make my job easy just like I am for anybody else. So if there's a way to do it easier, I'm going to show how to do it. There are usually alternatives to that in the sense of like crock pot meals.
Mm-hmm.
You can do those on the stove, but you still have the recipe. And then preserve. We got to be in that mindset of where we're putting those things up so that when we run into another issue, then we're prepared for it a little easier, because it makes it easy that you can run into your pantry and grab out 2 jars of food when you can't get to the store, or when the
Mm-hmm.
store doesn't have what you need. So that's the slogan I went with, and I think that's the one I'm sticking with, because it I feel it fits me the best.
Well, I think Suburban Hillbilly just subscribed to your channel. So thank you for that. And Jesse or Daz,
Thank
can
you.
you drop the link to Brock's Tropical Homestead? Somebody's asking for a channel link for that. So go ahead and drop her link. So Mouse Toast said her where was it? Her slogan would be Channel of Weird. Mouse
Channel
Toast.
of Weird.
I don't
That
think
lady
she's
is
weird.
entertaining to watch when she does her videos.
She's unique and she cracks me up every time she puts a video up.
Mm-hmm.
Like she
Yep.
is the sunshine in
Yep.
my day. I know maybe I'm not for somebody else, but Mouse Toast
I
does it
agree.
for me. Or
Yep.
Daz.
I
But
agree.
yeah. Yeah, anything
Yep.
can happen. Anything can happen on my channel. I mean, just look at the metal cup that dropped
But
in
but
my.
the funny thing is what you just said, though. If you think about it, everybody's being attracted to these new channels, and that's nothing against anybody that's been out there for a while. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm referring to is these new channels are making it because we're providing something different, something unique, something that not somebody else is doing, or the flat out about it. We're not being boring. That's where, to me, you got to watch it. And all these channels we're talking about, they're not boring. They're exciting. They make things interesting. They provide you with information. So I think that's really key to the whole process.
Would you like to tell everyone where you're from?
Yes, I do not have a problem with that. I live in the northeast corner of Washington State. I am approximately 75 miles north of Spokane, 15 miles south of the Canadian border. I am in 6B growing zone, and my last frost date probably won't be till next year or the year after.
I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here.
Sorry. I find that humorous, actually.
So, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Mm. I think my biggest pet peeve, and I'm not gonna go from like a personal level. For me, it's me as a both a content creator, YouTube channel, and a viewer of a lot of channels. I don't like to go watch a channel that isn't sympathetic or empathetic to other situations, because all of us have something going on, and there's too many channels out there that I watch, not for very long, and I'll be honest with you, that don't care about somebody else's situation. And I think for us specifically as content creators, we got to help each other out. I think as viewers, we got to steer each other to, okay, that channel's got what you need, or that channel might have what you need.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the analogy of giving a hug is the best thing to look at, because that's what this community has done to me. And I would hope that I can do that, because I've seen too many channels that are not doing that.
Like Pipe Creek Farm. She said she only started a YouTube channel because I encouraged her to do that canning video on what she likes to can. Like
Yep.
it I'm just blown away by the support of, everybody coming and just I'm speaking now without thinking. Bear with me. It happens sometimes. Like, I'm just amazed at the support for me. Like, I'm just a farmer's wife. You know?
But you're a farmer's wife who cares. That's the difference to it. You're not just a farmer's wife. And people can see that, they hear that, and they feel that. And that to me makes a channel big, when they can do that. And I'm going to shout them out, but I have to, just because I can think of it right off the top of my head. I was at Black's Tropical Homesteads live this morning. And the one thing I can say about Sherry and Bobby is that they, at least from what I can tell, they are all about making people feel a part of the channel. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that makes a huge difference. And it goes with what you're saying. I think people are drawn to you because you show that you're
I
if
want to
you're
help
not
people.
empathetic, you're sympathetic, and you want to help people, and that makes such a huge difference. Huge.
Like, just how my neighbor, who's never made a loaf of bread in her life because she has bread anxiety, I went over to
Hmm.
her house to teach her how to make that loaf of bread. She didn't
Right.
even have the right size pan. If she's in here, I haven't seen her walk in yet. She'll be here right now. But just understanding which questions she had made my video so much better. Like, I'm like, what's your problem with this? And why do you think that? And yeah. So if Tiffany, no, she's probably not coming in. But I just wanted to say hey to Kathy. I haven't said hi to her yet.
So, it kind of goes in, and I'm not trying to jump ahead of what you're talking about, but I think it's important for people to understand what I just said. I'm a channel that, when I started what we're going to talk about here in a little bit, when I started that collaboration, and you can confirm this, the people I talked to in the beginning, is I wanted to make sure there was little channels, there was middle channels, and there was big channels. Not because I thought the big channels were going to bring us in views or subscribers. That had nothing to do with it. I wanted to show that this community could come together regardless of the size of your channel. That's what my point was. And I think very successfully we were able to do that, which we'll get into later. But it goes to what I'm saying, is trying to make everybody a part of the group instead of singling out sections, because I see that so much, and I'm trying as much as I can to get away from that.
Hey, Karen from In the Kitchen with Karen. I'm so glad to see you here. And little Southern Brothers, we're doing great. We're just chilling and socializing. So, the reason we're here with Tony, would you like to talk about jamming up June?
Yes.
I'm glad you
So
said yes.
beginning, what would you have done if I'd said no?
I don't know. I'd be like, see ya. Well, and that Matt, you
Sorry.
are not late. God have you here to just listen to this collaboration tonight. So Matt, I'm assuming it's Matt. Maybe it's Amy from Huddle House. I'm so glad you're here. But anyway, take it away, Tony.
So starting June 1st through June 30th, every day there will be a new video out, part of the collaboration called Jam It Up June. Primarily, it'll be jams, jellies, preserves. The only exception to that is day one, there will be two videos going out. There will be mine as the introduction video, and then the Flavorful Home will also be putting her video out as well. Every day after that will be one video. That in itself, those are all new individual days, individual channels. We never doubled up or repeated anybody, providing nothing happens from this point forward. It will be a different channel with a different video with theoretically a different type of product being made. So as we move forward through that 30 days, at the end of it, we will have a live stream giveaway. There are, as I said, so if you do the math anyways, there's 31 channels that are involved in this, and they are great channels. They got great recipes. I think I've seen everybody's recipe, and they are good recipes, and it doesn't, they're not the normal ones. There are some normal ones, but there are some different recipes in here, and I think everybody's going to be happy with it. So that's the gist of the collaboration.
And I asked my moderators to drop the links to the channels that are involved in this wonderful collaboration. So if you want to,
if you want me to, I can run through them real quick.
If you would like.
I would love to. I am very proud and happy with the list we have. So we have Kettle Kitchen, obviously. We have the Flavorful Home, Sutton's Days, My Table of Three, Blue Self-Reliance, The Inquisitive Farm Wife, Ladies Farm, Vicky's Country Home, Ormsby Farms, Prepper Potpourri, Mennonite Farmhouse.
Who's that?
Andale Homestead. Boots and Bounty Homestead, Simply Jan Homestead, The Mudbrooker, Yogi Hollow Farm, Fermented Homestead, Willow Way Ranch, Becoming a Farm Girl, Jenny Scratch Made Kitchen, Pike Creek Farm, Tony Renee at Home, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, Gulf Coast Urban Farm with Dolores, Tuliloo Creates, Squeaky Tree Homestead, In the Kitchen with Karen, What's Up Farm Home, The Organized Pineapple, Freedom Homestead, and Our Hodgepodge Homestead. Great channels, great group of people, all seem very happy to be doing it. I did, unless something's changed drastically, which I haven't seen, there is a combined subscribership of over 300,000 subscribers with all 31 of these channels.
You might know which channel's recipe I'm looking forward to the most. And it's the channel that has the least amount of subscribers. And I think she's just started her channel just because of my collaboration. Dolores.
Oh, a lot of people are looking forward to hers. Don't say what it is.
Okay. Guys, go check out, what's her name of her channel? It's too long for me to remember. I'm sorry. Jesse, do you know who's Dolores?
Urban Gulf Homestead.
Yeah.
With Dolores.
Dolores, we need to change your channel name. Because if I can't remember it.
It's a long one.
But I love Dolores. She is such a sweetheart.
She seems very nice. I've only talked to her through email, but she seems very nice. I haven't really ran into anybody that hasn't been nice. wanting to be in this. I mean, everybody has been willing, wanting. I've got actually a list of 10 more names that have contacted me up to today trying to get into the collaboration, but I had to put a stop at the number at some point. So
Hi, Virginia. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, I'm looking forward to Dolores's. I might be looking forward to mine if I actually make a video. Just kidding. No.
so another thing I want to throw out there here. So these are most of these. Okay, you may have heard, like I said, some of these recipes. Some of them are traditional recipes. There is different formats of what's going to go out there. We have water bath canning, we have steam canning, we have refrigerator jams, we have freezer jams. I'm not going to go into detail. If somebody wants to know the following information, they're going to have to watch the collaboration and figure out what I'm talking about. But there is one channel in particular that's making jam a way that most people don't even know how. And it's not car jam either.
I was just thinking it. Lisa, what did you do to me? I said to Tony today, I'm going to go make my strawberry jam on the front of my car. Just because she sent me a reel that had that on there. And we won't discuss the rest of that.
Please don't do that. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
I'm still, yes, Sharon, my cat is behind me.
But again, my whole point is that there's different things that are different jams, jellies, preserves. Obviously, there's going to be sweet. There's going to be savory. There's going to be different ways to do it. Storing them is going to be a little different. There's 3 different options for that I know of. I mean, maybe there's something out there I don't know. We have different pectins that are being used. And theoretically, from my knowledge and looking at the recipes I've looked at, they're all safe. So I think this was well put together and that's not just me. That's the people that are putting these recipes out and wanted to do it and how they wanted to do it. That's part of that formula as well. So I owe them a gratitude of thanks too, because they put together some good ideas.
So let's talk about sponsorship from the prizes that you have in this collaboration. Because this collaboration, folks, as a viewer, I'm jealous because these prizes are off the hook. Like,
they are.
I've never seen a collaboration with this many prizes. I'm sorry.
And no, you're fine. To be honest with you, it was hard to find sponsors for it because they don't. My understanding from those that turned this down, they don't typically do this. They're not seeing, in their eyes, they're not seeing a big enough return on their investment, if that makes any sense. Okay. But I was able to sell it to 2 sponsors, possibly 3. I can't divulge the 3rd one because that's still in the works and I don't know if it's going to happen. But McSunley, which is a kitchenware company, they are donating 1 21.5 quart stainless steel induction capable water bath canner. It's the only prize out of all these prizes you're going to hear about that I can only have shipped in the lower 48 states, not including Hawaii, not including Alaska, not including territories, and they don't do international shipping. It's coming straight from them, so we had to follow their requirements. In addition, I'll save the in addition. We'll come back to that later. But on the other sponsorship that we have is Forge Our Lids. Forge Our Lids is donating more than $400 in gift cards and product, as well as Mike, who is one of the officers in the company. I'm not sure of what his position is, but he has also agreed to be at our live stream giveaway. So
thank you, Forge
McSunley, yes, definitely, because they didn't have to do that. They could have said, here's a sleeve of lids. I hope you have a good day. Thank you. I mean, and they didn't. I also have something else I'll tell you, but I forgot about this. And nobody knows this, I don't think. Even you actually may not know this. But I also talked to Mike that if I do this again next year Four Jars Lids actually entering as a collaborator in the collaboration.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I thought that was pretty cool. That shows you what type of family they are and how they want to be a part of this community. So it's wonderful. It's great.
So how do people win these wonderful prizes, Tony?
Well, can we go through the other list of prizes first? Because I really want to put out how this is all going to go down. Okay. So we have the 21.5 quart stainless steel induction capable water bath canner. I am putting in a 12 quart stock pot, McSunley. I'm using their brand, but I'm paying for them, and an 8 quart stock pot. In addition to that, there is also 5 packages of 50 count lids that will also be given away that I'm doing myself. That's not donation. And we have 5 books that are going to go out. Now that can be a ball book. It can be the USDA's complete guide to canning book. There's a list of them. They can go over to my channel to find out the description for the collaboration announcement. But here's how it's going to go. So every one of these channels that are putting a video out, they have a comment section below their video. If you want to be involved in the giveaway on the 30th, you need to comment on a video. Now, I would recommend commenting on every video because it increases your chances, because we don't know what day we're going to pick from yet. That won't happen until we're on day 30th at the live giveaway. Then it will be randomly picked from the comment in that video is where the winners are going to come from. So that's going to be the water bath canner. I'm trying to remember. Let me do it this way. So I gave you that information. Each of the weeks, we're also going to give one of those books away and one of the 50 count sleeves away to 2 separate people, unless it happens to coincidentally be the same person, but it will be 2 different drawings at the end of each week. The date's already picked out which day we're going to pick from, and it will be any video in that week previous. So we're going to have 5 of those. Okay, so it's a book and a 50 count sleeve. At the live giveaway, Four Jars Lids is going to give, we're going to give their stuff away. The 2 stock pots and the water bath canner will also be given away at the live giveaway night. Did that answer the question about how they're going to go out and how to win them? I think it did.
Yes. So comment on every video, folks.
Okay.
And I think everybody that's in here knows that YouTube loves genuine comments. Putting the same comment on each video, YouTube's going to think it's spam, and we want you to win.
Right.
So say something about that particular video, like, I just love the sweetness of the strawberries with the tartness of the raspberry or the rhubarb. Like something that's real.
Yeah, you don't want to go through and just say great video, great video, great video for 31 videos. It'll pick it up as spam probably.
Yes. So, folks, I think this collaboration is wonderful.
I got one more prize. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's a lot. I can't remember.
Also new from to my knowledge, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've looked back and tried to research and see what was done in collaborations, to my knowledge, this will be the first time, each of the collaborators will be entered into their own separate drawing to win a steam bath canner. That's the other prize. I knew there was another one and I couldn't remember it. We also are giving away a steam bath canner,
which I'm going to win, right?
So there'll be 2 steam bath canners. There'll be one into the last day giveaway live, and then there will be one that's set aside for the collaborators that they can individually win.
Joy has a valid comment about some channels.
Sorry.
Joy. in the comments saying about how you should be a subscriber to win.
So what mine's gonna do, and I know some people may have a problem with it, and I'm not trying to cause a problem, but I think it's how we get around that, because you do make a valid point. But I don't have the time to double check with each channel. Is this person a subscriber? Is this person, while we're in the live? There's no way to
Yeah.
do that. Um, you get what I'm saying. So what I'm gonna set it up that you need to. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on saying what I was gonna say. I do understand her concern, but I'm not positive that there's a way around that.
Well, I want to say goodnight to Apron Acres for spending time with us, and have a good night.
Thanks.
And hello to Skip from Grey Wolf Outdoors.
I
So,
did see Skip pop up. I seen that.
so do you think we've covered everything in this collaboration besides watching?
The only other thing I can think about is not just comment. When you go to these channels, like, share, subscribe if you like their content, um, because it helps them as well. I mean, and they're in it to benefit themselves to a point as well. I'm not. I don't want nobody to go into this thinking it's all about me, because it's not about me. It's about 31 channels, and these 31 channels deserve our love as well. So I would encourage everybody to do those things as well.
Kathy, there is a video on Kitchen Kettle's channel where he actually lists all
Kettle
the.
Kitchen.
I knew I was going to screw up. Kettle Kitchen's channel, a list of participants in that. But I'm sure we're going to have a description box in each of our videos to be able to subscribe to those channels. So
I think what she's talking about, though, and more specific to it, is it possible for a channel to go verify who a subscriber is?
oh,
And I know from my channel, I don't get that opportunity. I can see who's allowed me to see that, but people don't have to make it public. So I don't always have that available. Like mine right now says I have 94 subscribers that I can view. Well, I know I got 214. So more than half of them are not public.
mm-hmm. So have we covered everything?
I think so. If anybody else is out there that's part of this can think of anything I'm forgetting, go ahead. But I think we've covered this collaboration. Yes.
I want to say hi to Mud and Mascara Homestead. Hello. And Simply Living. And thanks for listening. I'm glad you're here. And we got people in this collaboration that probably have never made jam. I think that's going to be inspiring for people.
Mm-hmm. You definitely will get a learning process if you've not done it before.
And we got Bare Bones Living. I'm so glad you're here. Don't apologize for being late. You're just here the time that you were meant to be here. And I never said hello to Molly. I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying to read what. Oh, she says she doesn't want to make any more jam.
Oh,
because she has too much on the shelf.
I get that.
So, yeah. And like we were saying the other day, maybe we should have a collaboration on how to use jam after we've already showed you how to make it.
And okay, so that being said, I would like to get with you and Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead, and I'll try to remember who the other person is, because that conversation has come up, and I think it's important because we all know toast and English muffins and biscuits, pancakes, French toast, those kinds of things you do with jam and jelly. I'm here to tell everybody there's probably hundreds of different things you can do with jam and jelly, and what I'm encouraging all of my other fellow contributors, when you do your video on what jam you're going to do, and it's not a requirement because I understand people got precious time that they need to do things. I get that. If you can, Also include a way you would use that jam or jelly or preserve. Show people something that they may not think about. Um, that's not going to address what you were just talking about, but it will help maybe spark an idea, inspire a different way of doing things. Because I personally probably make between 20 and 30 jams a year because I use them for so many different things. I don't use them we very actually rarely use it for toast, in all
Mm-hmm.
honesty.
I don't even have a toaster.
So I think it would be good for us to get together and do that.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got an oven, so you can do it the old way if you have to,
Or an air fryer. I love garlic toast
or
in
an
the
air
air
fryer.
fryer.
Yeah.
Yes. And we don't all have fruit jams. We also have your savory. Well, I don't know if jam's savory, but we got our vegetable jams like
Well, it
onion
is.
jam
Yeah.
and pepper jams that we can use as a reduction
Hmm.
on meats. Like I go to this
Yep.
fancy high end restaurant
Yep.
and they want to put red bell pepper reduction sauce on my pork chops. So I'm like, yeah, can I have that on the side? Because I don't know if I
Hmm.
like that. But
I'm not an expert, but I'm going to throw this out there for people to think about. You can take a half stick of butter and 4 ounces of jam or jelly or preserves, throw it into a sauce pot, heat it up, and it will make the best sauce to throw on top of your pork loin or your pork chop. Try it. If you don't believe me, try it.
I'm so glad I don't have any thought out meat. Because I haven't had supper yet. Yes, sweet onion jam
and
alone
and and oh yeah, yes,
is good
yes.
on
Matter of
hoagies.
fact, I got to make some of that this next week. Yeah, but I
Like
get it. I
when
was
I
going to tell Sherry she needs to not stress about canning. We will take care of the canning issue. We will make her a canner by the end of this year.
hmm she wants strawberry butter.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. Now I
Yeah,
forgot what I was
my
saying.
bad.
I was talking
Okay.
of sweet onion jam. If a sandwich calls for mayonnaise, I spread sweet onion jam on that for my husband. It just elevates
Hmm.
that sandwich so much. Or grilled cheese sandwich. Or a hot ham and cheese sandwich and
I
put mayonnaise and sweet onion jam.
I am a big. I always have been. I love a hamburger with lettuce and tomato and onion on it and whatever condiment I'm going to put on it. Okay. I have converted once I started making the sweet onion jam. I put nothing on my hamburger except for that. That is the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that goes on my hamburgers now.
Not even bacon.
I'm not a big bacon person. Really, I'm not.
I'm not just because I can't afford it. Unless I'm gonna start growing pigs. Uh
No, no.
yeah.
I like bacon. Don't misunderstand me. I don't have to have bacon on everything I make.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. All right. Trying to think of my thoughts. We got Amanda drooling here. Yeah.
So I can throw out I can throw out the other collaboration that will be happening this year I know of.
I wonder which one that one is.
I don't know.
Oh, Skip
So
has a
I also
question.
will be hosting. Oh, go ahead.
No,
I'll
Skip
hold
just
that
said he
thought.
had a let me bring out. All right. Tell us about the other collaboration.
Okay, so I'm also hosting in November, Noodle November. Noodle November, when it originated, was actually supposed to be homemade pasta and take that homemade pasta and make it into a pasta dish. Okay. Through conversations, I know that there's a lot of people that don't know how to make pasta. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying some people either don't know how, don't have the time or the space or whatever it may be. And that's fine. So I moved and transitioned it into pasta dish that's not normal. I don't want spaghetti and meatballs or just spaghetti. I don't want just normal lasagna, or I don't want normal fettuccine alfredo. If you can come up with a dish, homemade pasta is great. If you can't, that's fine. That is not a normal dish most of us see here on YouTube or have in our recipe books or whatever that may be. I'm all for it, and I need 5 more people to join in.
I don't think it's going to be
And
hard.
I already have 25 people signed up for it. I don't think so either. So I'm putting that out there because that will be coming. To my knowledge, as of right now, that's the only other collaboration I will be hosting this year. But if Jam It Up June goes the way it's going so far, I'll be doing this every year probably.
Fried homemade noodles. That sounds good right there. And I think
Yep.
a collaboration on just making pasta, making it from scratch, and taking that and putting it into a dish is a wonderful thing just because of how we need to get back to basic food and not grocery spot food. Like it's so processed
Right.
and it's so much, I mean, it's a convenient food more or less. Like I love using raw
Right.
ingredients.
And I do too. I agree with you on that. I think there were too many channels out there that wanted to be a part of it but didn't know how to make pasta. And that's the honesty of it. I'm not going to push as much as I wanted to push people to try to make homemade pasta on their own for exactly the reason you just said. I get it. And this one's a little stringent and tight on what you can and can't do. So I wanted to make that one a little easier for channels maybe that are not that into cooking. That end result is why that probably ended up that way.
Mm-hmm. I see hello to Hickory Craft Farm and Pete's Jean River Homestead. Hello. I'm so glad you guys are here. And I guess Jesse's leaving us. So, folks, is there any questions for either myself or Tony? Oh, and I think Skip was talking about strawberries. I don't think strawberries are hard to grow. It's just that with the sense of you just have, for my zone, you have to keep them covered in the middle of dead winter with strawberry or with straw and make sure they have fertilizer. But they pollinate, they reproduce themselves, and just keeping them controlled is the hardest part. I don't think growing strawberries is hard. It's just something, it's a project that you have to just take care of a couple times a week to make sure they're weeded, maybe like this time of year, and make sure they're watered. The strawberries are easy to grow.
I did see Skip had a question, does gnocchi count, or however you spell it, as noodles? And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, for that collaboration, it would count. Bare Bones also had a comment, making homemade noodles is on my list of things to learn this year. I'm in the same boat you are. I will be learning how to make pasta before November.
Yeah, I need to work on my skills. They're not perfect. But I think people on my channel think my skills are perfect anyhow. Like, yeah, I'm not ready for the Food Network, but some people think I am. Yeah, I would just love to go to a pick your own strawberries sometimes. And even Daz is saying once you get runners, you're good to go.
Right.
Daz, do you have a video on that you can send up? Maybe not. I'm too demanding of Daz promoting his channel. But yeah. Skip, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm right below you. Actually, I'm on the Maryland-Pennsylvania border. So you're probably like 4 hours from me at least. Hey, Cindy or Gary. Nice to see you. So, and we got the dog barking.
Sorry.
It's all right. So, I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with that. Anyhow.
Okay.
So I think I want to thank everybody for coming and spending time with us tonight. And I know Cindy just got here.
Thank you.
And thanks, Tony. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day for coming on and
Thank you
getting
for
us
having me. I appreciate it.
and getting us jammed up for June or jammy for June. How's that? We're going to be jammy for June. And Lori, yes, you're better late than never. I'm so glad you're here. But you can catch the replay because I know you will. And yes. And Matt, yeah, Huddle House is saying it's going to be a great collaboration. And Karen in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming in. And I'm looking forward to your video. And yeah.
Organized pineapple. Yep.
Oh, yeah. They've been here the whole time, too. Yes, Pineapple. And obviously, we got Yogi Hollow Farm. She's been here the whole time. She's going to be in the collaboration.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm trying to look real quick. I know there's some others in here I seen. But go ahead. Sorry.
I have live brain. Is that something?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll end it here. I don't want to drag it out too much if I can't think of anything to say. And I got to start supper.
I just thank you for having me and letting me tell about the collaboration and getting the channels out there because there's some good channels and good people, and I think it'll be good recipes. So I appreciate it.
So folks, go check out Tony's channel. I'm going to make sure I get it right. Kettle Kitchen. And we're going to have a fun June.
Yep.
So take care, folks.
All right. Yep.
See ya. Thank you. Bye.